Hey folks, TJ here back with another BMNR video. So I finally had a chance to rewatch the BMNR annual shareholders meeting again that took place in Vegas earlier this week. And I think a lot of people are kind of confused by the MrBeast deal. They just want Bitmine and Tom Lee to just continue buying Ethereum. So in this video, we're going to talk about, did Tom Lee mislead BMNR investors with the MrBeast deal? So I came across this post on X, and Ryan Nooner over at Crypto Manran said, "I sold all my BMNR, invested in an Ethereum treasury company, not Tom Lee's venture fund. I want more ETH per share. I love MrBeast and I understand influencer marketing better than most, but I can't be convinced that an Ethereum treasury company should be making these investments. I'm out." And then even Mike Alford, he's a really big influencer on X, he said that's a signal it'll start going up now. So I kind of just wanted to make this quick video as a rebuttal to selling all of his BMNR, because I actually bought more last week. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the annual shareholders meeting, I'm going to quickly play the part about MrBeast so Tom Lee can kind of explain why the company is investing $200 million into Beast Ventures.
So today we announced one of the moonshots, okay? You might be confused, so I'll explain to you why this is not confusing, okay? We made a $200 million investment into Beast Industries. I would say if someone said, what are you expecting to accomplish? If this was just like, hey, I'm going to make a $200 million bet into Beast, no brainer, okay? Because he is, well, I'm going to skip around. I'm going to jump. Because he is the iconic content creator of our generation. There is nobody more important to Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and Millennials. Now, I'm looking at the room, okay? I'm going to guess, okay, that the representative population of Gen Z, Gen Alpha is not here, okay? Because otherwise you guys would be using a lot of slang I don't understand. I see some millennials, but I see a lot of Gen X and a lot of baby boomers, okay? So the thing is that you might think that we have gone off the rails, but that's not the thing, okay? MrBeast is the #1 content creator in the world. And if you're not following how important he is, first of all, he has 1 billion followers, okay? 1 billion, like there's 7 billion people on this planet. He has 1 in 7 people following him. But I'm going to say I only think there's 3 million people with like internet accounts. He has like 1/3 of all people that are on the internet following him. That's reach. For instance, he has the only person with more followers that are celebrities is Cristiano Ronaldo, okay? And of all the creators, he's 1 billion. The next is, I can't really read the name. I need my magnifiers, okay? 300 million. He is a giant among content creators. In fact is, nobody's gonna be able to become MrBeast again. I would say it's almost impossible for someone to, in the next 10 years, to get 1 billion followers. And he's created this organically. In fact, if you look at YouTube usage, MrBeast has more viewership than Walt Disney or Netflix or NBC or Paramount, Fox, Warner Brothers, or Amazon. Nobody's more watched in streaming world than MrBeast, okay? And think about that for a minute. And the Super Bowl, which is like considered, the global event, gets 256 million views on that event. Twice a month, MrBeast puts out a video, and each one gets 252 million views. His content is more watched than the Super Bowl, okay? So he has 535 million views a month out of his 1 billion followers. They are super engaged. And now he does all these collaborations. That's the key word. Okay, he collaborates with all these people that you might care about somewhere on this grid, okay? But he does content with them. And guess what? Well, actually, let me just jump forward. Well, yeah, let me back up then. Okay, so that's where it comes with us. So again, I'm going to start with what I just said. So if it was just a $200 million investment, guys, this is a no-brainer. This guy is the most important content creator in the world. And BitMine was invited to invest in their capital structure. Look at who else is allowed to invest. Social Capital, which is Chamath, Alpha Wave. MrBeast himself, he owns 51% of the company. We're the largest corporate and strategic investor in his company. So we are big, okay?
Okay, so now that you kind of understand why MrBeast is such a powerful influence marketer, and remember, he's in his 20s now, so Tom Lee, in comparison, I couldn't exactly find out exactly how old he is, but I'm guessing he's around like 53 or 54, something like that, in his mid-50s. And he's at the same age that Michael Saylor was when he transitioned, at the time, MicroStrategy, now called Strategy, ticker symbol MSTR. He transitioned that company from a struggling software company into the largest Bitcoin treasury company on earth. So just remember that Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, and Tom Lee believes that it is going to revolutionize finance and revolutionize Wall Street. So for those of you that want to attack Tom Lee, just remember that BMNR is up a ton over the last year compared to most other assets. So I compared BMNR to the S&P 500, gold, and Ethereum itself. And BMNR is up 400% over the last 52 weeks. So, you know, it's just amazing what Tom Lee's been able to do with this company basically since July. It really hasn't been that long. So it's only been like about 6 months or so, a little bit, about 6 to 7 months, depending on what date you want to kind of talk about it, which date you want to pick, that Tom Lee's been able to transform this company. And he also has his money where his mouth is. So I checked out his actual ownership over on Fintel. So his full name is Thomas Jong Lee. Tom Lee is a Korean-American immigrant. Okay, his family immigrated to the United States, and he's Korean. So that's one of the reasons why I bet a lot of you are wondering why there's so much Korean in the comments section. But he's a pretty smart guy. Okay, he graduated from Wharton Business School. He has a lot of experience in his his investment strategy company. Fundstrat is pretty popular. They have a pretty popular YouTube channel as well. So currently, Tom Lee, remember now, he's not the CEO, he's the chairman. He's currently holding about 226,722 shares of BitMine, which at current prices is worth over $7 million. So obviously, he's not a billionaire like Michael Saylor is, because Michael Saylor, founded Strategy and basically ran the company for years. So where Tom Lee's a little bit different, okay, he came into the company this year, and you can see he just joined as chairman. If you can see this on Fintel, he made his last insider purchase where he purchased about 4,500 shares at $44 back on July 17th, 2025. So I think he's just getting started, and Tom Lee, he has aura, folks. He's just getting his hands on this company ownership. We can see that the majority of the ownership is actually people like you and me, retail investors. So in comparison to Strategy, which has about 55% institutional ownership, BMNR only has about 20% institutional ownership. So the majority of the shareholders are retail investors, very heavily slated onto retail investors. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what I think in terms of this. Honestly, I think people are missing the boat. Okay, the MrBeast investment is a fantastic investment because MrBeast does partner with so many celebrities. Okay, I've seen him make videos with Cristiano Ronaldo, Noah Lyles, Tom Brady, Neymar, the famous Brazilian soccer player or footballer, depending on where you live, what you call it, football or soccer. So he definitely has enough clout to influence a lot of people. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that if Ethereum is going to revolutionize finance, it would make sense that Tom Lee would figure out a way to kind of get BitMine involved with the masses because MrBeast has such amazing reach. Okay, so I think a lot of people are missing the boat here. The thing to remember is that BitMine is launching their staking protocol this year, and they plan to generate about $1 million to $2 million a day in staking revenue. So this will make it one of the most profitable companies in America pretty much overnight. And if Ethereum continues to go up, like if it goes up to, remember, there was a time when Ethereum was like $50. So if Ethereum keeps going up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, that's just going to increase the staking revenue, and the profits are going to come in the future. Like I said, the company just got started. In the first 6 to 12 months of, when Strategy first bought Bitcoin, the company didn't really make that big of a move. I think a lot of the move in BMNR is going to come in the next couple of years, which is why I'm kind of afraid not to have a stake in the company. Having that much Ethereum gives the company a lot of power, over 4 million Ethereum, and a goal to have 5% of the supply. So another thing I wanted to talk about is the annual dividend. I don't know a lot of you have noticed it, but if you've been holding BMNR since last year, they paid a dividend on December 29th. So I actually checked my E-Trade account to confirm this, and I did receive an annual dividend. So this is something else that I think a lot of people are ignoring. The company is set up to return value to shareholders. If they're starting out at 1 cent per share dividend, and you continue to hold those shares over the next couple of years, maybe even a decade or so, there could be a chance where you not necessarily need to sell covered calls to generate yield, but you can make money collecting dividends. So that's another thing I like about this company, the fact that they're starting to pay dividends right now. And the company is moved so quickly. Just since July, they've already acquired 2.9% of the total supply. Over 3%. This is a little outdated, and it should looks like they're going to hit about 5% of the total supply sometime in 2026. So I think a lot of people are just missing the boat here. This company doesn't want to just buy Ethereum and increase ETH per share. What they want to do is they want to create an ecosystem like a holdings company. And a holdings company is powerful because let's say the MrBeast deal pays off, and the $200 million investment, according to Tom Lee, he plans to have a 10x moonshot, turns into a $2 billion investment. It's the audience that's important. And as BitMine is pretty much one of the largest investors in Beast Industries, and MrBeast's brand continues to grow, this will give BitMine direct access to billions of eyeballs, where they can sit up there and they can market an app, or they can simply push Ethereum. Remember, now you push Ethereum onto all of MrBeast's followers, that's going to make the price of Ethereum go up, which is going to put more money in BitMine's pocket. So like I said, I think a lot of people are missing the boat here. I think a lot of people are just upset that the stock is down recently. It's down from its previous highs. Earlier in the year, it was trading at about $60. So now it's down about 50% from there. But I would say, look, Tom Lee's already like 5x the company's value in 52 weeks. Just got there over a couple of 6 months. I'm going to put my trust in him, because at the end of the day, people said the same thing about Michael Saylor, and they were wrong. It's human nature to push back when things feel uncomfortable. So let's not attack Tom Lee right now. Let's look at his bigger vision. He's partnering with the best. Okay, when the 8 deal holding WorldCoin, that's backed by Sam Altman. Sam Altman's one of the most brilliant entrepreneurs in America. Now he's partnering with the largest content creator in the world. I think a lot of people are missing the boat here. So I don't think he's misleading investors. I just think he's creating a valuable company, and the whole goal is to push Ethereum onto the people. And what better person can do that than MrBeast, who literally has access to most millennials, Gen Z, and of course Gen Alpha, the younger generation that's coming up. And remember, MrBeast is in his 20s, folks. So it looks like MrBeast is giving off Zuckerberg energy. So let's not it would have been smart to obviously invest in Facebook in the early stages. So that's exactly, I think, what Tom Lee is doing right here. So let me know what you think in the comments. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I don't think he's misled investors. I think this opportunity to buy more, you're pretty much getting BitMine at a 50% discount, where it was trading just earlier in October for the crypto crash. And Ethereum's going to go up, because I believe Ethereum and Bitcoin and cryptos, the best cryptos, don't have a bottom, because they don't have a top, because fiat has no bottom. So as US dollars and current fiat currencies continue to lose more value, that's only going to make fixed hard money like Bitcoin and Ethereum more valuable. So, investing in the second largest digital asset treasury company in the world probably isn't a bad idea if you believe that fiat currencies are going to continue to lose their value. So hope everyone enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and see you in the next one. Take care.